We've done a lot of work on this already, but I really want to show you guys, if you're buying these are from Flat 4, and I'm sure that even the original ones have some issues with different fenders. So I'm going to show you how bad these really fit right now. I mean, this a lot of times. So if you're thinking you're going to buy a set of these Robri style rock guards and you're just going to bolt them on your car, rethink it, because it's not going to happen. We tried these on 3 sets of fenders. These are actually original 1967 fenders, and this is how they fit with that much gap on the top. So literally what you can expect you're going to have to do is completely rework them. We're cutting the outside edges to fit. We're going to heat bend all these things. If we break them, we're going to end up welding them with the TIG welder and then repolishing them and getting them to look so that they look like they're factory, and then we may end up taking that name off there. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what we're going to do, but by the time we're done with them, we pretty much made them ourselves. But to make these, you really, unless you have a mold and you can go and do all this crazy stuff to unless you have a mold from these to begin with, you're not going to be able to just make these from nothing. It's just something that's too hard to make because they're actually cast aluminum, which I'm not sure about heat bending it and stuff like that. We'll find out as we go. Stay tuned and see how this works out. After several times back to the tool bench, heating it up, we've got it down to where it's like that. So found it to be really hard to, you can heat bend this stuff, but you better be really good at heat bending. If you overheat it too hot and you melt it, you're screwed. If you go not enough, and you have to really push on it, and then it's going to bend in the wrong place. But it can be heat bent. So if you're buying a set of these, plan on, just finessing them to fit. And if you want them to fit like really, really perfectly flush and even, maybe, I'm not sure what you do. Buy a different one, buy the original ones, whatever they cost. But yeah, this is, I even if you bought the original ones, what if they didn't fit? What if your fenders were manufactured at a different time or different press, or who knows? So, who knows? Yeah, get the Ampy ones. No, I'm just kidding. No, so yeah, they don't have them. So you can't. So Flat 4 makes usually pretty good stuff. They made these rings here, but these are really hard to make, and they're really hard. I mean, it's surprising to me, as much as these cost. You'd think that they wouldn't be this expensive and fit this bad, but if you want these, you got to pay. That's just the way it is. So anyway, we'll check it out when it's all done. This is how this looks on here. So after massaging everything and grinding down the edges and fitting it on, we got them to fit pretty good. I'll show you the worst one in a minute in the back. So in this one here, we had to straighten out up here to get it to wrap around really good, and it fits really good. And these are, I don't even know if these are original fenders, but I tried these. A lot of guys say that they won't fit unless you got original fenders. I think you just have to totally rework everything to make them fit. That's the only way to do it. So if you can see, this one fits a lot better than it did. It was a 1/4 of an inch hanging out in the front. When it's actually bolted in, we figured it will actually suck itself in nice. I'll show you that in a second here. I also ground off the Flat 4. I didn't think they deserved any credit for these, because they, well, actually, they just, you have to fit these things. You're never going to get these things to work. I bet you even the original ones, you probably would have to fit them. So yeah, this was way out up here on this one. It's a little bit gap right there, but that's all normal, you guys. If you expect it to fit like a glove, it's just not going to happen. These were, cast aluminum. and you had, you know, fenders with a million different bends to them back in the original. Even the original ones weren't perfect. So check that out. Alright, so here's for the hardest one of them all. Let's look at this here. This one was the worst one, you guys. So we had to do things like file the inside of this down. We used a flapper wheel. We actually ground this edge because it was sticking out about 1/8 of an inch too far, and got that down where it was in the ballpark. Straightened out a lot of this stuff. Heated this up right here several times and just worked it slowly to get this to bend back in, and then it fits pretty good. I mean, that's all you're supposed to get with these. They're not supposed to be like super perfectly fitting. You know, guys have them, not many guys have them like that. They weren't made that way, I don't think. So anyway, but that's it for the Robri. If you guys want to buy, if you're going to buy a set of these, you know, plan on doing a bunch of work to them. Don't figure that, you know, and this is not like super easy stuff that anybody can do. This is stuff that you got to know your stuff. You got to take the time. You got to work on it and plan on, you know, you might even ruin a set trying to get them to work. So, you know, it's an expensive thing to do. If you want to do it, make sure you're going to, you know, have enough money to spend to do it twice, and don't blame the parts company for making them crap, because they're really hard to make and they're going to be impossible to match every fender that's out there right now. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe.